So what is going on, YouTube? It's your boy Sam from TeamSamuraiX1 here, and today, guys, I'm coming at you with a top 32 Yacine, bro. What deck are you playing today?
The best, DRACO METALFOES.
DRACO METALFOES is the best deck, and this is your first YCS top?
Yeah.
So congratulations, my brother. Congratulations.
Thanks.
And where are you coming from?
I'm from Montreal, so from Canada. So I'm the only one who represented Montreal this YCS. So I'm really happy for the YCS top.
All right, so shout outs to all the Montreal players.
Yeah, shout outs to everyone from Montreal, Ottawa, Toronto. You just shout outs to Canada, honestly.
All right, awesome. So you see anything else you want to say before you get started with the deck profile? How did the deck function for you the whole weekend?
Really good. Going first, I always win because I get to set up like 4 to 5 disruptions, sometimes even more, 6. 7 technically in theory, but you know I'm gonna win if I can just do like the absolute dragon and True King's Return with Masterpiece in my hand, and I mean it works with 3 cards, so it's really easy to get. It's as long as you draw a diagram, you just win.
And by far, this is like your version was flawless.
My main deck was almost flawless, but my side deck was kind of meh because like I didn't really have anything for 60 cards, and this is where I lost in top 32, so that kind of sucks.
All right, awesome. So without further ado, Yacine, let's start with the deck profile.
All right, sure thing. So first things first is 12 METALFOES.
You have to play 12.
Yeah, exactly. You have to play 12. You don't want to play Bismugear because Bismugear doesn't really combo with the deck since you can't pendulum summon it, and also it's not even a target for the rescue card rabbit. So it's just such an awkward card. It was only played with the full METALFOES fusion, but now you don't really play that much during the opponent's turn with the fusion. You just summon Alcahest on your own turn, and you should be able to win.
How come?
The thing is, like the main disruption that the deck has would be like True King's Return with Masterpiece, and the way I do my combo, I end with Electrum, Odd Eyes Absolute Dragon, True King's Return, and Masterpiece in my hand. And the reason why this is like really good is because first of all I get to negate 2 attacks with Absolute, and that's really relevant against Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. But also since I tribute the Odd Eyes Absolute Dragon during my opponent's turn, I get to summon Vortex on their turn, and not only do I get to pop a monster with True King's Return, I get to bounce a monster on the summon of Vortex.
Oh, that's broken.
So yeah, exactly, and then I get to negate and then destroy Masterpiece. So it's really hard to bait. I just do it like whenever like they wasted like their resources. So yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah. So that's for the METALFOES. We played 5 cards that are gonna get banned, completely guaranteed. Like
what is this?
Well, Astrograph and Masterpiece. They're ridiculous. Like Masterpiece, every single time I summon this, I just win. And Astrograph, he makes like weird hands like really playable. And of course, the fact that he's level 7 just helps so much with Wolflame. The card's just ridiculous.
Right.
They're both gonna get banned. It's other cards that are like ridiculous.
Rescue Rabbit and Rescue Hamster?
Yeah, exactly. Like Rabbit is like a starter like on its own because it gets you your monsters that you instantly need for Electrum. Yeah. But Hamster like he's not as good because you would need like a METALFOES skill and like the ability to destroy something and get something to the extra deck.
Right.
So it doesn't really start anything like on its own. So this is why I feel like Rabbit is better.
Right.
And they can kind of clog actually, so I sided out Rabbit and Hamster really often going second because against like Fairy Tale Snow they're just gonna book it and I'm gonna have nothing. I'd rather just play with Pendulums and fuse with face down monsters against 2 CT.
So only 2 Rescue Hamsters, correct?
Yeah, exactly.
That's the correct number for you?
Yeah, okay, awesome. It was good. You don't need to play 3.
Right.
Yeah, so 3 Purple Poison for going second. This is absolutely crucial. This is basically the reason why the deck can break like through UCT and True Draco boards is because they would basically end with like Majesty Maiden and a trap. But if you can do just like Purple Poison Crash on the Majesty Maiden, it'll die during the damage step, and then on Memphis 2 you're free to explode and just destroy more of their Draco cards, and then you draw cards for their cards with Heritage.
Right.
So Purple Poison is the card to break boards. It also breaks Anti-Spell, I guess Rivalry, but that's kind of irrelevant because everyone is Psychic.
Psychic, correct.
Electrum and the METALFOES, so yeah. 6 ridiculous cards, especially in this deck, because Mithrilium will bounce back your diagram.
So you can use it like multiple times in one turn?
Yeah, exactly. You can just keep on popping combination, and this is the synergy with the METALFOES and the Draco. It's just the fact that you get so much value every single time you use the diagram.
Yeah, because the diagram pops, you search one and you search one off combination, right?
Yeah, exactly. And drawing like multiple diagrams can be like really bad because sometimes you have to like do diagram destroy like a card that doesn't get value. But yeah, in my feature match, game 3, I started triple diagram Wolfram in combination. My opponent didn't know that if he ashed my combination, I would have lost because I would have only had access to 3 pendulums, and that wasn't enough to play. So it's weird, but getting access to your Draco card is just ridiculous. It's so good. This is just
39 cards?
yeah, and Draco spells.
So 2-1
Yes.
is a good number.
Yeah, well, especially for the heritage. My friend Nick Betzold, he played 1 heritage at first, and the reason why this doesn't really make much sense is because you're going to do like a metal full scale, destroy the heritage set combination, and then the heritage would be destroying the combination to get your metal full scale that you need. But if you draw 2 heritage, the second one is not a break because you're just going to draw 1 card for the heritage that you just destroyed. So it's basically an upstart goblin. As for the disciples, he doesn't really do anything, but at least it allows you to get like an extra spell or trap pop. Right. So going second, it breaks boards.
And also, it also late game, it can recycle if it comes up.
I mean, in theory, but it never happens.
It never happens. Also, no. You never use the symbols to recycle or anything?
No, it doesn't really happen. And I burn it like really quickly, so yeah. And last and definitely least is 5 bricks. So you absolutely don't want to see them in your opening hand. Because,
never.
No. Unless you have diagram, then you can destroy combination and I guess play. But oh, and also I considered doing diagram on METALFOES Fusion in my game of top 32. But I just activated diagram and instantly scooped because he had 5 negates and I couldn't break it. So he thought I was playing Draco Demise. He sided evenly matched, and game 2 I bricked and lost evenly, so that was awful.
Yeah, evenly match is really like devastating against the deck, especially if you don't have your negates. It's the card to
side, yeah.
Right,
yeah.
if you don't have your negates as well.
Yes, for sure, yeah. Now let's go to the side. No, actually extra. So for the Link monsters...
2 Electrum?
Yes, 2 Electrum. You don't need 3, because METALFOES Mithrilium can bounce, can recycle it back from the grave.
Correct.
And honestly, you should be able to win like really quickly, so you never really need 3 in theory. Borrowload is Borrowload. Doolittle Chimera enables OTKs, and also it allows you to play through Reaper. And Zephyr Metaltron is complete garbage, because you never technically want to summon Vortex on your first turn.
Right.
So I never made this, the whole YCS, never. For the rank 4s, actually, I'm also going to show this package. So this is obviously
the standard.
Yeah, this is the reason why the deck can disrupt so much. It's because you get like the full value off of Odd Eye's Absolute Dragon, and this card, like, people don't really read it. They don't like understand that it can negate attacks and not once per turn, and also
so it's like a utopia.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and also summoning Vortex during the opponent's turn is just like auto win. I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to be summoning everything on my turn and just like losing to like a Kaiju Sphere mode or anything. Right. I end my turn with like technically 0 negates on the field. It's just that they're already set up, and then whenever he does something threatening, I just kill him.
Correct.
So
and like Vortex like can bounce special monsters, right? No, any attack monsters, right?
It bounces up any face-up attack position monster.
Well, that's pretty good.
Yes, and this is really good blind. I always make him blind, and Dweller, whenever I see 60 card and I win the dice roll, I won 2 dice rolls out of my 4 dice rolls and against 60 cards, and I believe most of the games I wasn't even able to make Dweller. I just drew like really bad, and 60 card Dinosaur was just like really painful for me this weekend. I lost top 32 to Dinosaur. It was
it's rough.
It's really rough when they open with Amaterasu, UCT, Ghost Ogre, Ash, Fairy Tale Snow with Spirit Master in the grave. There is nothing.
So hard. That's so hard to beat. Yeah, correct.
Yeah, he drew Predaplan combo and Soul Charge, but the guy is a nice guy.
Really?
Yeah, but
Predaplan combo and Soul Charge?
Yeah,
that's disgusting.
Yeah, I lost big time. Shoutouts to Gabe, Rhapsody, and Kieran Gorgon are absolutely amazing. Very good. This is probably the dumbest thing that I ever done. I didn't summon them a single time because they're supposed to be good against Draco Demise, but Draco Demise is garbage, so nobody plays the deck. No, I'm just kidding.
What? Excuse me?
No. The top 8. Yes, and I mean, I didn't play Draco Demise at all the whole weekend, so I unfortunately never really got to to prove the potential of the cards. But in theory, Rhapsody is really good because you can banish the spells and traps for Masterpiece before exploding with like dangerous cards, and then pop Rhapsody on the extra monster zone with a Metalfoe skill, and then you're free to explode with the pendulums. And Kieran Gorgon is really good because even if Masterpiece is monster immune, you can still use the effect to like redeclare the target of destruction.
Yeah,
So-
with the traps and the spells, right?
Yes, I mean it affects the player.
Yeah, right.
Kieran Gorgon actually breaks the Draco boards because everything targets one card.
Right.
So in theory, Kieran Gorgon is amazing. It's just that I never played Draco Demise, so yeah, can't really. I mean, anyways, this is the go-to fusion. You always want to turbo out Mithrilium like really quickly because he recycles back your cards. He floats. He's the one actually that enables you to special summon Wolfflame back from your extra deck and make the Odd Eyes Absolute Dragon for the setup for Masterpiece.
Right.
And since he bounces back diagram, you just get access to the Masterpiece combo really easily and quickly.
Right.
So he's amazing. And the two final good METALFOES fusion.
So tell us a story, like what happened in your feature match.
Well, that was crazy. Okay.
What happened?
Okay, basically, it was game one. I thought I was gonna lose. The guy opened really good. He opened the Scorpio. I don't know.
Scorpio. Scorpio was good enough.
It was Scorpio's good enough because he would do like Curious, Send, Coatless, and then he got the pill. But then after that, the Curious mailed 3 cards. And I think there's not a single mail in the game that could have been worse. He mailed 2 Conductor and 1 Coatless. So he had absolutely no target to resolve double evolution pill.
Right.
He couldn't make Conductor, he couldn't make Coatless. So he just passed with like Minerva and Minerva Curious. And basically I just made a Mithrilium to bounce back his Minerva because I expected him to bring back the Trick Clown because he probably wouldn't know about Orichalc. He did bring back the Trick Clown, and then I just made Orichalc double piercing on Trick Clown game.
0. Wow.
Yeah,
So
double
that's
piercing on
5,800,
Trick
right? 5,600?
5,600, and he paid 2,000 with Trick Clown, and I just attacked on the 1,000 Blades with Astrograph.
Right.
And that was game. Yeah, and this guy's not really good because most of the time you really want to turbo out Mithrilium first, and if you do a second fusion in one turn, you're probably burning out resources at this point, and
Right.
Alcahest is just like a greedy extender. But he's still like really good against certain matchups. Against Pendulums, it steals Electrum, and that's already game. Speaking of Pendulum Mirror, so you really want to side 6 hand traps. Going second, if you side any more, you just draw everything and then you still lose. So there's no point. Like you just have to pray the RNGs that you draw like 1 hand trap and that it's optimal. My last round of Swiss, I drew Reaper with a really good hand. That was really stacky, and Droll was obviously not as good as Reaper when it works. I think I drew Droll twice and Reaper once in the whole weekend, so I can't really tell. But no, actually, I drew Reaper twice, and every single time I drew a hand trap, I think I instantly won. Like they're really good. My opponents end with like 1 negate through those hand traps, but through an Ash, they can still definitely end with 3 negates, so it's absolutely not worth it. Against True Draco, I was really prepared. Turns out I kind of got punished for oversiding against True Draco because I didn't play against a single one. And I had no side deck cards against 60 card, which led to my demise. Even Trick Stars, technically, I only had Droll. But at the same time, there's not really much that you can side against Trick Stars. It's kind of like weird. And besides, the 2 matches that I lost the dice roll, and I guess they opened good, but whatever, it's the game.
So it happens. But it doesn't matter.
Happens, yeah, exactly.
You got your first top, so it's all good.
Sure.
It's all good,
Yeah.
brother. Come on.
Yeah, and this is the best card in the side deck.
Of course.
Yeah, this literally is just auto win. Even if you get Reapered, you just draw Dimensional Barriers game.
Right.
Because it doesn't really matter. You're just special summoning a bunch of monsters. They can't do anything. They can just set a monster pass. And then D-Bear just... It says like, just surrender. You lose. You can't play. Masterpiece plus like anything is just game.
All right, awesome. Yacine, thank you so much for this amazing deck profile, man. Congratulations on top 32.
Thank you.
This mat looks really beautiful.
Yeah.
Don't get rid of it. This is your prize, this is your trophy.
Yeah, for sure.
Hopefully we see you at the next YCS, and you're gonna be, hopefully top 16 next, or top 8, or even win it.
I wish. That would be pretty cool. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. And what do you think about the future of this deck?
The future, Konami is probably going to kill this deck. All they need to do really is to ban Astrograph and Masterpiece, which is really likely. And even if they limit Diagram, it kind of kills the deck because you would have to play like garbage field spells just to make Terraforming alive. I don't know. I definitely feel like this deck is done for. They're not gonna let Pendulums and Draco live.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, awesome. Yacine, any last words before we end off the deck profile?
Shout outs to Bernard and Josh for lending me a lot of cards. Josh with the 2 diagrams, Bernard with Drolls and Electrum and other stuff. Shout outs to the whole Montreal and Ottawa community. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for the love and the support. Shout outs to Gabe, the MVP. The guy unfortunately scrubbed out day 1, but he's still good, except when he plays FTK. Yes, and shout outs to Jesse and you, of course.
No problem, Yacine. No problem, bro. Thank you so much for this amazing video. Congratulations on your top, and it's Sam from Team Sam. Sam signing out.
Thank you.
All right, brother.
Thank
Peace.
You. Yes.
I feel like Usain in the cheetah print. Talk fresh game, I don't need a minute. R.I.P. the game, I need a minute. Okay, let's proceed with it. I'm in the house, got the deed with it. These bozos always sneak this and they taking shots. I'ma keep with it like no, this league business.